Chris Kirk, Brazos County Sheriff, and so we submitted this just to make sure that there was a certain awareness about the fact that this is a Crime Victims' Rights Week, and I just really stand up today representing all of law enforcement in Brazos County and all the criminal justice system in Brazos County that serve the victims. You know, it's one thing to respond to crime and take a report on a particular crime, but when each one of those crimes has an impact on people. And so the idea is that there would be an opportunity for us to not do much more than just report that crime. We would then, of course, thoroughly investigate it and try to bring justice on behalf of the crime victim. At the same time, we want to support and empower them and help them to recover from their loss or whatever traumatic experience they had. And so merely by our involvement and our engagement, we're hoping that the victims feel that support and are more empowered to perhaps heal themselves. Anyway, thank you for passing this resolution in support of all victims in Brazos County and in support of all the Bryan Police Department, College Station Police Department, University Police Department, Brazos County Sheriff's Office, the County Attorney's Office, and District Attorneys, all of us that work together in the criminal justice system in support of those victims. Thank you.
Okay, sure. I appreciate you doing it, putting it on the agenda so we can recognize victims. It's great. You have you want to take a copy to?
Yes, sir. Okay. Thank you very much.
Sure. Okay. We have a motion and a second. All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? None motion carries. The next item on the agenda is Proclamation 16-017 declaring April 2016 Confederate History and Heritage Month. Move for approval.
Second.
Bill, you want to come up and?
Sure.
Just let me read. Sure. Confederate History Proclamation. Whereas April marks the month in which Confederate States of America were formed, is also the month in which it ceased to exist as the end of a 4-year struggle known as the War between the States. And whereas the state of Texas seceded and declared itself to be a free and independent nation, subsequently joined the Confederate States of America from 1861 to 1865, contributed over 115,000 soldiers, sailors, Marines to the service of the Confederate States of America. Whereas Texas and Brazos County are a collection of many cultures of diverse backgrounds united by a common history, whose sons engaged in honorable and distinguished service for Texas and Confederate States of America. And whereas upon the conclusion of the war, many of those citizen soldiers worked tirelessly to reunite and rebuild the county and forge reconciliation. And whereas our recognition of the Confederate history also acknowledges that slavery was one of the causes of the war and was ended by the war and is hereby condemned. And whereas we honor our past, draw courage and strength on the wisdom from its hopes and understanding who and what are, and move forward into a future together. And whereas the Sol Ross Camp, 1457, of the Sons of Confederate Veterans and Texas Division of the Sons of Confederate Veterans are historical, patriotic, and non-political organizations dedicated to ensuring that the true history is preserved by seeking the honor of their ancestors who fought as citizen soldiers in the war between the states and who, by 4 separate acts of Congress, have been recognized by the U.S. veterans and under the federal law and are entitled to the same respect as the Union soldiers against whom they fought. And whereas Confederate Memorial Day, April 26th, has been celebrated in Brazos County for over 100 years to honor those devoted men and women who fought and died for Texas and gave thanks to their unselfish sacrifice to the future generations that might live free and prosper. Now therefore we, Brazos County Commissioners Court, do hereby proclaim April 2016 as Confederate History Month, History and Heritage Month in Brazos County and the state of Texas, and particularly the role played by Confederate veterans of all races, ethnic backgrounds, and in the history of our state and nation. Proclaim this 5th day of April 2016.
Thank you, Judge, very much.
You.
Yes, sir. I think the 9th or 10th of last year, we dedicated the Civil War unit out at Veterans Park. So as a follow-on to that, we're having the Brazos Encampment, which is the first living history event at the park this weekend, 8 through 10. I have flyers here. We've invited as many school organizations as we could to come out. I don't think BISD and CISD are organized to do that, but mostly the private school segment and homeschoolers for Friday especially. We have a variety of living history folks, which means no horses, no cannon operating out there, wagons and stuff like that. But I think the centerpiece of this is that we have a fellow who does a full-up reenactment of a Civil War field surgery. We're talking plastic cadavers and plastic arms and plastic rats, and it's everything except flies and stink. So he'll be out there. I talked to him this morning. I think he's either going to come in Thursday evening or set up Friday morning. And we flagged most of the county Saturday, all of Bryan City Cemetery, which is 160-something odd, and most of the outlying rural cemeteries. There's a few that I haven't gotten to, but we'll get those here in the next week. So anyway, I have some flyers on the Brazos Encampment, free to the public. Bring your kids out. We'll have a small cannon out there, and we're going to shoot it off about every other hour. That ought to get some attention on Saturday with the soccer games. I imagine it'll have, smoke and fire. So anyway, you're welcome to come. I'll leave these on the table.
Okay.
Is that at Veterans Park or at the
Veterans Park.
Veterans Park?
Yeah.
We appreciate this very much over here. Okay, thank you. Let's see, we hadn't voted yet. I don't think we have. That motion is second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None motion carries. Number 5 is Order 16-003, creating a county elections administrator effective June 4th, 2016.
Second.
Motion made second. Discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None motion carries. Number 6 is cancellation of regular meeting of Commissioners Court of May 17, 2016.
Move for approval.
Second.
Motion made second. Discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
None motion carries. Number 7 is request of out-of-state travel for Investigator Sean Carroll to attend a focus group hosted by Virginia Center of Policing Innovations, VCPI, in Richmond, Virginia. Dates of travel were April 18 through 20, 2016.
Move for approval.
Second.
Motion made second. Discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Could I just say, is this with the sheriff's department? Is it sheriff's request? Okay.
Yes.
Number 8, approval of election services contract between Brazos County and Texas Voting Systems for May 24, 2016 primary runoff elections.
Move for approval. Second.
Motion made second. Discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None motion carries. Number 9 is request from Fleet Services for vehicle unit number 149 from SO to be transferred to Facility Services for retirement and replacement of unit 588.
Move for approval.
Second.
Motion made second. Discussion.
Aye.
Opposed? None motion carries. Number 10, the final plat of Duck Haven subdivision, Phase 8, 19.122 acres, lots 1 through 13, Block 9B, McGregor Survey, A-170, College Station, ETJ, Brazos County, Texas, sites located precinct 1.
Second.
Motion made, second, discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None motion carries. Number 11 is a tax refund application for the following.
I move for approval A through F.
Second.
Motion made, second, discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None motion carries. Number 12 is Commissioners' minutes.
Move for approval A through E.
Second.
Motion made, second, Commissioner minutes for March 1st, March 8th, March 15th, March 22nd, and March 29th. Motion made, second, discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Number 13, budget amendments. Budget amendments FY 15/16, 28.1 through 28.3.
Move for approval.
Second.
Motion made, second, discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Number 14, personnel change status.
Second.
Motion made, second, discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Number 15, payment claims. Claim to be paid by Brazos County, claim number 7143022 through claim number 7143248.
Move for approval.
Second.
Motion made, second, discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None motion carries. Number 16, sheriff's report on inmate population.
Sure. Morning, Judge, Commissioners, 560 was our peak in the last 24 hours. We have 60 with ankle monitors and 31 pending.
Good. Thanks, Sheriff. Number 17 is announcement of interest items and possible future agenda topics. Hearing none. Number 18 is call for citizens' input and/or concerns.
I would like to mention that we have a distinguished guest. I just noticed in the back, Chris Kling.
Sure is.
Chris, good to see you.
Yeah, really,